to the team.
Man, thank you very much, man. I'll see you soon.
We made a proposal for him. We wanted to work with him. We even shot a promo with him 3 years ago, which I'm sure some footage of that will come out over the next few days as well.
For me, although Ben Whittaker's all right, he hadn't lived up to his hype yet, and he hadn't really particularly impressed me.
It's a professional team. I feel comfortable here. I know everybody here, so it's nothing new, but it is new, if that makes sense.
We made a proposal for him. We wanted to work with him. We even shot a promo with him 3 years ago, which I'm sure some footage of that will come out over the next few days as well. He made the decision he made, of course, and for us it was always a factor when he was free and clear and available.
What are you saying, big man? You good?
Well.
We got it over the line, didn't we, man?
What took you so long?
You know what, man? You gotta play hard to get when you're this good looking.
I know you do. I've noticed that. It's been a long slog.
Ben Whittaker started his new career by signing a contract with Eddie Hearn in Matchroom Boxing. Eddie Hearn expressed his excitement about the signing, revealing that Ben Whittaker had long been one of the top names on his wish list. He said Whittaker is at the top of his list, especially in the UK market. However, Hearn noted that Whittaker hadn't yet received the right guidance or career direction to truly match his talent, something Matchroom now aims to provide him.
Probably if you said to me, the last year or so or more, if you could sign one person right now in world boxing, who would it be? Ben Whittaker's name would be right up there, especially in the UK market. I mean, he's done a sensational job of promoting himself and really hasn't had, in my opinion, the right trajectory and the right guidance in terms of his actual boxing career.
Similarly, Ben Whittaker stated that it was the best timing. He aligned with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. Whittaker believed they could provide the right route, bigger opportunities, and world titles that he needed at this stage of his career. He explained that everything lined up perfectly. He felt that Matchroom could guide him to a championship.
I just think, like I said, things happen for a reason. We've aligned. What he's got going on is great. He's professional. I'm at a certain point in my career where I've got the platform. I just need the right route, the right fights, and the titles, and he can do it. Matchroom can do it, so it made sense.
Furthermore, Whittaker said joining Matchroom Boxing was always part of his long-term plan. While his earlier career decisions made sense at the time, he always knew he'd eventually end up with Eddie Hearn's team. Now that he's there, Whittaker feels comfortable, excited, and confident, describing Matchroom as a professional environment that already feels like home.
Yeah, like all my family knows who I wanted to be. Like I said, at that time, the move I made then was right for me, but I knew down the line I was gonna be here. We're here now, I'm excited. I feel like it's a professional team. I feel comfortable here. I know everybody here, so it's nothing new, but it is new, if that makes sense.
Moreover, Ben acknowledged that the light heavyweight division is exciting, referencing the recent rivalry. While acknowledging Demetrius's injury, he believed Matchroom could navigate the fragmented belts and rankings to get him the right opportunities. At 28, he feels that he has time on his side.
Yeah, I think it's the fight that needed to happen. It was a great fight, the one-on-one. Hopefully someone can edge it out, make it 2-1, but it was a great fight. It was needed. The division's a great division right now, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Like I said, that's what I've joined Matchroom for. They can do that for me. The good thing is, I'm 28. I'm still young for the division, so I've got a lot of time on my side. I've got the skills. For me, it's put them in front of me, I'll beat them.
Moving towards Liam Cameron, who had already shared the ring with Ben Whittaker, he described their first fight as an exciting but strange bout that ended with both fighters falling out of the ring. In the rematch, which Ben Whittaker won, Liam admitted he had underestimated Whittaker, thinking he could easily knock him out. He acknowledged that he had underestimated Whittaker's abilities in the second match.
Yeah, I mean, how do you reflect on those two fights? If people don't know, the first fight was quite bizarre, where both you ended up going out the ring, and I think the feeling was you were on top in that fight at that stage. He couldn't continue. Then you had another fight in Saudi earlier this year, and he won that one. So, I mean, would you love another crack at him?
People always remember last result, don't they? That's what we do. First fight was a great fight. Second one, I just took him so lightly in my head. I thought I was going to knock him out. I thought the first fight were all me, so I thought I'm just going to go in there and bulldoze him, and that cost me the fight, really.
However, Dominic Ingle shared his thoughts that Whittaker hasn't yet lived up to the hype and hasn't particularly impressed him yet. He believed Whittaker still hasn't had a real test. In a preview of his fight with Liam Cameron, he admitted that Whittaker came back stronger the second time. Ingle also felt Cameron lacked ambition and seemed too relaxed before the fight. Ingle praised Whittaker's improvement, but he needs to do more to prove it.
For me, although Ben Whittaker's all right, he hasn't lived up to his hype yet, and he hasn't really particularly impressed me. He got a little bit found out, Ben Whittaker, and I'll be honest, and if Liam was supposed to come to it, and I'd have had to be brutally honest, and I would have said, I don't really think Liam was up for that fight. It was almost, I've seen it in fighters before, and he might not thank me for this, but it's just the impression I got that he was kind of thankful to be there for the second time. It was like he hadn't got any ambition, because I just seen him before the fight, he seemed calm and relaxed. And it was almost like, well, I've done it in the first fight.
Meanwhile, Frank Smith, CEO of Matchroom Boxing, confirmed they had been pursuing Ben Whittaker for years, having even shot a promo with him 3 years ago. They patiently waited for him to become available, believing he was always destined for superstardom. Smith stated that while the fighter is already a star, with the right backing, his potential is limitless. He praised him as the complete package, possessing elite talent in the ring and a sharp understanding of the promotional side outside of it.
We made a proposal for him. We wanted to work with him. We even shot a promo with him 3 years ago, which I'm sure some footage of that will come out over the next few days as well. He made the decision he made, of course, and for us it was always a fact of when he was free and clear and available, we were going to pursue him. Undoubtedly, and I said this on multiple occasions, he is, he's got the ability to be a superstar. He's already a star with what he's done so far in his career. But what he can become, with the right backing, it's going to be huge. He's got everything. He's got the ability, he's got the talent, and he's got outside the ring. He understands it, and those promos, as you say there.
Moreover, Frank Smith said that signing Ben Whittaker has brought excitement to the sport. He explained that being a star isn't just about talent in the ring. You also need to work outside it and entertain fans. Smith stressed that this is a long-term partnership, not just a short-term deal, and Matchroom plans to invest heavily in Whittaker's career, confident in his enormous potential.
But yeah, it's exciting times. I think I've been in the sport a long time now, and when you get moments like this, it gives you a new buzz, and it's good for the whole sport as well. He's the kind of, a lot of fighters, and I said that I was on Talk Sport just a minute ago, a lot of fighters don't understand what you have to do, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. You can be the best talent on earth, but if you don't understand, you got to put the work in outside, and you got to deliver entertainment, you're never going to make or maximize your potential. And it's a long-term vision for us. Again, I go back to, this isn't like a 3-fight 1 year deal. This is a long-term deal, and we're going to invest heavily into his career because we believe in where he can go to. So,
looking ahead to the partnership goal, Eddie Hearn welcomed Ben Whittaker to Matchroom Boxing and outlined 5 key goals for their partnership. He told Whittaker they would make him a world-class championship-level fighter, raise his profile globally, help him win titles and build a legacy, make a lot of money together, and most importantly, look good doing it. Whittaker laughed and thanked Hearn, calling it an exciting new chapter in his career.
What are you saying, big man? You good?
Well.
We got it over the line, didn't we, man?
What took you so long?
You know what, man? You gotta play hard to get when you're this good looking.
I know you do. I've noticed that. It's been a long slog. There's 5 things that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Number 1, we're gonna make you the championship fighter and world-class elite operator that I know you can be.
That's what we like to hear, man.
Number 2, we're gonna continue to raise your profile, but this time on a global level. Number 3, you're going to win championships and create a legacy within the sport of boxing. Number 4, we're going to make a shitload of money. And number 5, and perhaps most importantly of all, we're going to look good doing it.
That's what I like to hear, big man. You know the score.
Welcome to the team.
Man, thank you very much, man. I'll see you soon. Take care, man.
From Duke McKenzie's perspective, he acknowledged Ben Whittaker is a bright star, but he is disappointed that he left promoter Ben Shalom and a BBC deal. He acknowledged the appeal of Matchroom and Eddie Hearn's influence in boxing. He believed Whittaker likely made the move for financial reasons and doesn't blame him for prioritizing his earnings, given the short and unpredictable nature of a boxing career.
Well, he's a bright star. He's a rising star. I'm a little bit disappointed in him leaving Ben Shalom. He's left Ben Shalom?
Yep.
So if he's left Ben Shalom and Ben's just got to deal with BBC, why would he have done that? Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Not really. Other than Eddie Hearn really is Mr. Boxing, isn't he? You know, worldwide, he's right up there with the Bob Arams and the Don Kings of this world, if Don's still alive. Matchroom are right up there, aren't they?
But beyond the business deals and promotional strategies, Adam Catterall believed Ben Whittaker has the potential to be the UK's biggest commercial star. He explained that while Moses Atama may be the best pure boxing talent, Ben's unique attention-grabbing personality is what makes him a crossover star. Catterall stated that whether you love or hate Ben, you still tune in to watch him. This undeniable ability to attract viewers, regardless of the reason, is the true foundation of his massive commercial potential.
Whether you love him or hate him, you watch him. If you're tuning in to watch him get knocked out, that's cool, man. You're still tuning in to watch him, aren't you? So I think Ben Whittaker has all the potential to become the biggest commercial star in the UK. Now, the reason why I say that is because I still think that the biggest star in British boxing, potentially going forward, is Moses Atama. That's it. He's the guy.
Yeah.
So Moses Atama is the man. Does he have the external qualities that Ben Whittaker has in order to cross over and become the mainstream star? I don't know yet. I mean, he's only a young lad, so he might grow. That personality might come. We might find different bits about him that obviously work in the mainstream. So Moses Atama could go on to become the guy. But as it stands right now, I think commercially, just because of the way that Ben Whittaker is, the way that he carries himself, the way that he operates, I think commercially he has the potential to be that next big thing.
Moving ahead, Gareth A. Davies did not hold back. He said that Ben Whittaker isn't just a British boxing star, but has the potential to become a global figure in the sport. He noted that he wants to see fights against notable opponents like Dan Aziz. Davies emphasized that Whittaker's next 2 or 3 fights should make a big impact, both in terms of competition and publicity. He also highlighted the significance of Whittaker sitting ringside with Eddie Hearn recently, calling it a smart move for both Whittaker and Matchroom.
I think Ben Whittaker, not just a British boxing star, but potentially a global boxing star. I still want to see more power from him. I don't think they should take him backwards in terms of matchups. I'd like to see him in against a Dan Aziz next, someone like that. I think they want to make some. I think they need to make some big noise around his next 2 or 3 fights in terms of who he fights, not just the antics. But I think the writing was on the wall a couple of events ago when there was Ben Whittaker sitting ringside alongside Eddie Hearn, and the chattering classes started. Great move for Ben Whittaker, great move for Matchroom and Eddie Hearn.
In the Talk Sports show, Frank Smith said that with proper guidance and matchmaking, Ben Whittaker could reach the top. He stated that Ben's career has lacked progression and smart fight selection until now. Smith called him the biggest commercial star in British boxing.
I think so. I believe so 100%. I think now with the platform, you know, us pushing him as well and directing him in the right route, you know, it's all about progression in his career. And I don't think up to now he's had that progression in terms of fights. I don't think he's necessarily been matched the right way. And I think that's what we can do now and take him all the way to the top. You know, I've said time and time again, even before we signed him, which probably cost us more money, he's undoubtedly the biggest commercial star in British, but like the ability to be a superstar. You know, he's got everything.
Moreover, Frank Smith added that Ben Whittaker's impressive amateur background, including his Olympic medal, sets a strong foundation for his career. Their current plan is to build momentum with 4 fights over the next 12 to 14 months. This busy schedule is designed to correct his previously slow pace of 10 fights in 3 years. The strategy is to develop him properly and to push for world title opportunities by early 2027. Smith concluded that Whittaker has the complete package and a unique ability to engage fans, fans, whether they love him or hate him.
When you look at him and you look at his standout amateur pedigree, he went to the Olympics, he won a medal, and I think now it's about in the right time making the right moves. I think the next 12, 14 months we're going to give him 4 fights. He hasn't really had that momentum in his career up until now. I think he's had 10 fights in 3 years, but the next 4 fights over a 14-month period, and build him in the right manner. And I think early 2027 start really pushing on into those world title opportunities. He's got everything. He's got the whole package. He doesn't need to be rushed. People are interested in watching him. Whether you like him, dislike him, people want to watch him.
However, the primary concern for Ben Whittaker is his size. Aid Oladipo stated he is one of the biggest light heavyweights in the division, comparable to Callum Smith. He speculated that making the 175-pound limit would not be easy, which is likely why Whittaker always stays in shape. However, Oladipo concluded that if Whittaker can consistently make weight, Matchroom has a truly special talent on their hands. Additionally, Oladipo said that Craig Richards would be the ideal next opponent for Ben Whittaker. He explained that Richards is well known to the public, still has a lot to offer, and would gladly accept the fight. Oladipo urged that the matchup should happen soon to truly test how good Whittaker is. He added that Whittaker is sensational outside the ring, but now needs to prove he can match that level inside the ring. If he can, he'll become a real star.
One thing I will say, Eddie, if you're watching this, we won't accept welcome to Matchroom gimme fight. No, I would go Craig Richards immediately. The public know him. Craig still has, I think, a lot to offer. Craig will take that fight just like that. There are names. Let's go. Let's go. What are we waiting for? Let's see how good he is. Again, I just said, outside the ring, sensational. Inside the ring's got a match. If he can match the two, then we have a star. And that's all I care about, by the way.
On the other hand, from Simon Jordan's point of view, he said that while Ben Shalom helped discover and support Ben Whittaker's talent, the move to Matchroom shows Whittaker is focused on bigger opportunities. He cautioned that talent and confidence alone won't be enough in a division filled with world-class fighters. Jordan believed Whittaker still needs to prove his potential matchup in his style. He wanted to look at him to grow into a serious contender. He also noted that behind his flashy persona, Whittaker is actually thoughtful and disciplined.
Ben Shalom has unearthed the talent, backed it, and this is the reward that you get. But, ultimately, if he can't deliver what Whittaker thinks are the outcomes for him, show me the money nonsense that perhaps tells you where the mindset is.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need more than just being paid here to become the light heavyweight champion of the world, because you're in a division with some serious people in there, some serious fighters, including Anthony Yard, including Beterbiev, including Bivol, including Callum Smith and a variety of other people, Josh Boatzy and whoever else. And Ben Whittaker right now is more style than substance, but there's a belief that the substance will find its level, and ultimately the showmanship and the character and all the personality is good. He's a different animal. He's not what people think Ben Whittaker is. He isn't a flash little sod. He's actually quite a considered, well-mannered, presentable, forward-thinking, moderately young man.
So as Ben Whittaker begins this new chapter with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing, the boxing world watches with high expectations. Some see a future global superstar ready to take over the light heavyweight division. Others believe he still has much to prove inside the ring. With Matchroom's backing and a packed schedule ahead, Whittaker now has the platform to turn potential into greatness. Will he rise to the challenge and become Britain's next world champion, or will the pressure test his promise? One thing is certain, the Ben Whittaker era has officially begun. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe for all the latest boxing news.